Hello YouTube. This is Jesse Coffee. As I stated, one of the ways in which I am to get this account in the right track is to do VHS and DVD collection videos. Let's start off with my Paramount VHS and DVD collection. We will begin from the titles from the time they were on by Gulf and Western. The first title I have is Saturday Night Fever. Paramount Home Video was established in 1979, though some sources say 1975. Prior to the company's existence, Paramount made an associated deal with Photomat. Photomat was a major photo developing company that usually situated itself at local malls across the nation. The deal called for 36 feature films to be issued in VHS and Betamax video cassettes. This was one of those 36 titles. A new venture, which had ties to Bell & Howell Video Systems in Chicago, was tested at Photomat's Los Angeles booths for 6 months before it went national in December. A month before, Paramount established Paramount Home Video, with the intent of allowing rental or sale of video titles outside of Photomat kiosks. There is no print date or weekend year code in this tape, so I am assuming that this is a 1979 or 1980 print. It would have to be one of the two. This was the number 2 video cassette of 1980. Next, we have Harold and Maude. Initially a box office bomb, when it came out in 1971, it became one of America's first cult films. The film stars Ruth Gordon and Bud Cort. This is the flat box release. The title has a white tape holder. It was printed during the 14th week of 1984. You probably cannot see that, however. I also have a cardboard slipcover edition of Harold and Maude. It was printed during the 44th week of 1985. Next we have quite possibly the raunchiest film of its time, North Dallas 40, from 1979. This tape is from 1980. The box is becoming in poorer shape than when I last encountered it. This didn't have a sticker label, so I made one. This goes right to the film, after the Paramount logo is shown. Next we have Henry Winkler, The Fonz of Happy Days, in Carl Reiner's The One and Only. The tape was released in 1981. The movie was made in 1978 but was copyrighted the previous year. I made this tape myself and put a print date in it of February 25, 1981. Next we have The Fan. It's Michael Bihn's show all through the picture, even though the back states that it's intended to be a comeback role for Lauren Bacall. I made this tape myself. Next we have Gallipoli, a 1981 Australian war film directed by Peter Weir. Interesting to see this was co-presented by Rupert Murdoch, the man who took over 20th Century Fox some time after this movie came out. I put a week and year code in the back of the 48th week of 1981 and atop put a print date of December 5th, 1981. We now come to Heaven Can Wait, starring, co-written by, produced by and co-directed by Warren Beatty. A spellbinding 1978 film, one of Paramount's most successful that year. It is a remake of the 1941 Columbia film, Here Comes Mr. Jordan. It was printed during the 41st week of 1985. Next we have The Jazz Singer. This is an EMI film, although I have no idea why this movie wasn't issued by Thorn EMI or its successors. Anyways, the box is in poor shape and I had to tape parts of it back together again. The interior of the case is also significantly wrecked. This tape was printed during the 46th week of 1982. Next we have Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. This tape opens from the back. It was printed during the 46th week of 1982. Now we come across to It Came From Hollywood. This is basically a theatrically released compilation of moments from movies that are in the books The 50 Worst Films of All Time and the Golden Turkey Awards. The release of it was slated for 2002 but was cancelled. It is a much later printing. Can you tell from the labels? It was printed during the 25th week of 1991 and I put a print date of July 20th, 1989. Next we have Star Trek, the motion picture. It was released on VHS in 1983. This is the special longer version of it. In other words, it's the DVD edit of this film. When ABC aired the film, 13 minutes of footage were added to it for their purposes. Much of the added footage was unfinished, and was cobbled together for broadcast. Director Robert Wise didn't want that footage anywhere near this film. This was among Paramount's first linear stereo releases. This tape was printed during the 44th week of 1984. Next we have another of said releases, Grease 2. These early stereo tapes from Paramount usually had a notice in the back saying that the tapes will play in stereo only in stereo VCRs and that playback in all other VCRs will be monaural. This tape is from 1983. It has the 75th anniversary labels. It was printed in October 4th, 1989 and has a week and year code of the 40th week of 1989. Now we have a film originally released to theaters in 3D but it wasn't released that way on VHS. It's the 1983 VHS of The Man Who Wasn't There. I put a print date of February 2, 1984 on this self-made cassette. Final tape for this part is 48 Hours. This is Eddie Murphy's film debut, which shot him to stardom. It was printed during the 44th week of 1983, I think.